Hello yogis, hello Journey Junkie Tribe, and welcome back to the Zen Den. Today's yoga flow is perfect for the person who loves to work out. So if you're a runner, a cyclist, if you like doing high interval training, this is the perfect flow to do after your workout or maybe after a vigorous vinyasa flow. We're going to get into the hips, we're going to move the spine, we're going to stretch the hamstrings, and end with a wonderful short meditation. If you are not part of our online tribe, please come join us. Click the link in the description below and you will be sent a plethora of free yoga goodies once you join our tribe. With that said, please grab any props that will help assist your experience. Unroll your yoga mat and let's get started. All right, today we're going to move straight into cat-cow. So find a neutral tabletop position, stacking shoulders over wrists and hips over knees. And we're going to move through 5 rounds. So on the inhale, we drop our belly, lift our tail, roll the shoulders back. On the exhale, reverse the movements, tailbone drops, back rounds, belly lifts, head and neck release. Move through 5 more on your own. We're at about 70% here, so no need to go super deep. Just lubricating the spine, connecting to the breath. And we'll meet back in neutral tabletop, moving into child's pose, balasana. I like to bring my toes together first, pick up my knees, let them go a little bit wider, release the toes back down, and then melt the chest all the way down to the earth. And for this child's pose, I'll give you 2 options. You can keep the fingers stretched out nice and long, or you can bend at the elbows, bring the hands together to prayer, and then bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. It gives you a nice stretch into the arms and the armpits. We're here for 5. Using your breath to anchor you here in the present moment. So big inhales, big exhales. If you have the hands at prayer, release them out in front of you. On the next inhale, begin to walk the hands towards the body, lift the chest, coming into toe crunch. Bring the knees together, curl the toes under, and then walk your body back so that your hips are sitting on your heels. And then make sure you can get your pinky toes to tuck under too. So I have to manually do that with my pinky toes. Once you're there, we're hugging the thighs together. Core is lightly engaged, shoulders rolling back. Feel free to just stay and breathe or take some neck stretches. So drop the chin to the chest, roll right ear to right shoulder. And once you do that, drop the left fingertips down towards the ground. And when you're ready, you'll come back through to center, roll left ear over to left shoulder, drop the right fingertips down. By doing these neck stretches, it helps kind of take the attention off the toes. Do one more round with the neck, so back through to center. Head over to the right, left fingertips reach down, breathe. Back through to center, over to the left, back through to center. Inhale, lift the chin, release the hands down to the earth, and pitter patter the feet out onto the ground. Bring some blood back into the tops of the toes. And from here, curl the toes back under, spread the fingertips nice and wide, pike the hips up and back as you come into downward facing dog. So you did just work out, right? You're using this as a way to stretch the body. However, sometimes our hamstrings are still not ready for a full downward facing dog. So definitely give yourself permission to bend the knees as you send the tailbone high and push the earth away with the palms of your hands. We're here for 5 breaths. Soak them in. Use it to anchor yourself here in this pose. Alrighty, inhale the left leg high and exhale to hug it into the chest, plant the left foot, soften the right knee down towards the earth, coming up into low lunge. So on an inhale, lift the body up, fingertips reach high. You're gonna hug the hip points up towards the heart as you fire up the inner thighs and squeeze them towards one another. 3 deep breaths here. A beautiful stretch for the front of the right leg. One more inhale. Exhale, hands plant down to the earth, straighten the front leg, coming into Ardha Hanumanasana half splits. We come up onto the heel of the left foot, pull the left toes back towards the face. Nice flat back, squaring the hips, big inhale. Exhale to stay. Feel free to round the back if you want here, or you can work on a flat back and keeping the muscles in the back still working for you. Also, if this is really difficult, you can put blocks under your hands here as well. One more inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale to bend into the front knee. Walk the hands forward. Curl the back toes under so you can pick the left leg up. Transitioning into pigeon pose, Kapotasana. Release the back toes. Slide the right leg back. Take a moment to push into the tops of your fingertips. Lift through the heart. Proud pigeon pose. Another opportunity to stretch the front of the right leg. If this feels good, stay right here or start to relax the chest down towards the earth as you sink into what's called sleeping swan in the yin practice. We're here for 5. Last round of breath. On an inhale, push the hands into the earth, lift the chest, rock over onto your left hip, swing the right leg around, and we're going to straighten the left leg out as we plant the sole of the right foot outside the left thigh. So this is like Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose. Usually we have this knee bent back, but we're going to keep it forward for this variation. So using your right hand, I want you to hug the knee into the chest. Left arm goes high, big inhale. Exhale to sweep it around the front of the right leg, hug it in with the crux of your elbow, and then right hand goes back to act like a kickstand. If you're looking for more, you can take the elbow and bring it across and twist. However, I really just love the more gentle variation of hugging the knee in. All right, 3 breaths here, looking over your right shoulder. Next, inhale, gaze forward, release your clasp, and just let the right knee soften down over the left knee. So like a half 𝗪𝗏 okay? Both toes are flexed, hands root down into the earth, lift through the chest, and then exhale to hinge forward as you send the tailbone back, okay? So we're not rounding the low back and going forward, we're lifting and we're tilting the pelvic bowl so that we come forward with a flat back. And you're not going to be able to come that far. That's the crux of the situation. So I can already feel how much this is working my legs and my outer hip. We're here for 5. Again, you can stay lifted or start to round the back. You'll notice that makes it a lot more intense. So just be mindful. 5 breaths here. Inhale to lift all the way up. Release the leg and come into 𝗪𝗔𝗪, so seated tree pose. The right sole of the foot comes into the inner left thigh. Square the pelvis up. Big inhale, lift the arms up towards the sky. Again, exhale, tilt with a flat back, sending the tailbone back as you reach for whatever you can grab. Once you get there, I like to take another inhale. Exhale and fold to your depth for 3 breaths. Inhale to lift the heart up, and we're going to walk it all the way back and lie back down, keeping the 𝗪𝗪𝗪 legs. So slowly walk yourself down to the earth. And then once you get there, bring the arms overhead and clasp both elbows. And relax. 5 breaths. Last inhale. Open the mouth, release. Let go of the elbows. Bring the forearms down by your sides. Push into the elbows and slowly lift yourself back up. Coming into Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together. Bring them as close into the body as you can, and then interlace the hands around the toes, making like a basket-like shape. Big inhale, stretch out the arms. You can get a nice stretch into the neck and the traps here with those long, elongated arms. Breathe for 3. And exhale to fold for 3. So elbows come back in towards the body, round the back, release the head and neck. Inhale, lift on up. And make your way into downward facing dog. So if you are craving a vinyasa, you can cross one ankle over the other, come forward onto your hands, shoot it back to chaturanga or plank, or step back into downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Reminding yourself to keep the breath present throughout the practice to anchor you here in the present moment. The moment where you're connecting to your body, you're clearing out your mind so that you can inspire your mind, you're fueling your soul. So all that integration happening within each breath, within each posture, and within each practice. Alrighty, other side. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round the body. Plant the foot. Soften the left knee down towards the earth. And then when you're ready, inhale the arms high. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. We're hugging the inner thighs towards one another as we lift the hip points up. Reach through the heart. 3 breaths. And exhale the hands down to frame the front foot. Send the hips back. Half Ardha Hanumanasana. You're on the heel of the left foot, toes coming back towards the face. And then stay for 5 breaths. Remember, you can bring blocks under the hands for extra support. Such a great hamstring stretch. Next, inhale, we bend into the front knee, plant the hands, curl the back toe under just so you can lift the right leg and come into pigeon pose, Kapotasana. Slide the left leg back. Fingertips root down into the earth. Lift that proud chest, proud pigeon. A few breaths here. And if you want, exhale to come all the way down, or you can stay lifted, whatever feels really good in this moment. 5 breaths. Next, inhale, lift the chest, walk your hands back towards the body. Come onto your right hip as you swing the left leg all the way around. And we plant the left foot outside of the right leg. So sole of the left foot outside of the right thigh. The right foot is gently activated, toes coming back, yeah? So the left hand comes to the front of the shin just to help you for in this moment. Inhale the right arm high. Exhale to sweep it around, hug the knee into the chest. Left hand comes back as a kickstand. And then we inhale to lift. Exhale to look back over that left shoulder. 3 breaths. Inhale to gaze forward and slide the left leg all the way over the right. So you're coming into that half Gomukhasana now, yeah? Inhale to push your fingertips into the earth, lift the chest. Exhale to hinge forward, sending the tailbone back. And then your choice, you can keep the flat back Or if you want to make it more intense, round the back and relax the head and neck. 5 breaths. Inhale to lift up. Release the top leg, coming into 𝗔𝗹𝗹𝗶𝗲. So left sole of the foot into the inside of the right thigh. Inhale to lift the arms high. Exhale to reach flat back. When you grab what you can, take another inhale. And exhale to fold over the right leg. Inhale to lift the chest high. Exhale to release, and you're coming all the way down to your back. So slowly make your way there, coming to the forearms first, taking your time, releasing all the way down, and then elbows come over the head. Try to clasp the opposite way if you can remember. It's probably the awkward way. And relax for 5. Start to release the clasp on the elbows and slide both soles of the feet together for 𝗬𝗶𝗏 𝗪𝗏. So if this is too intense for you, you can slide blocks under the knees for extra support, or bring the hands into fists and hug them underneath the tops of the thighs. I really like that if you don't have blocks handy. It also makes it more restorative. We're here for 5 more breaths. Your only job is to relax and surrender. Last inhale. Release the fists if you had them. Push into your elbows, lift on up. Keep the feet as they are. Slide the bum back, coming into diamond pose for our last posture. Bring the hands underneath the calves, and you bring them to cup the feet, okay? Once you're there, you can shimmy the butt back a little bit more. Inhale. And just exhale to fold here. This is a beautiful forward fold, restorative, reflective posture to seal a practice. I truly love it. 2 more breaths. Next inhale, start to slide the arms out from underneath. Meet me in a comfortable seat for a minute meditation. You can take Sukhasana, stacking the ankles in front of the groin. You can take Ardha Padmasana, half lotus, or full lotus if that's in your practice. What I do want you to do is root down through your sitting bones, lift up through your chest, through the spine. Hands can rest wherever is comfortable. Roll the shoulders down and onto the back. Elongate the neck. Tuck the chin gently. Close the eyes and breathe here. Count your breath so you can take an inhale for 5 and an exhale for 5. I will lead you through that. Here we go. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue counting your breath as we settle in and seal this practice. Five more breaths right here in this moment. Soak them up. Next inhale, sweep your arms out to the side of your body. Gather up the energy we've created here. Bring palms to touch overhead. Exhale the hands down through heart center. Take a breath for yourself. Take a breath for someone you love. And take a breath for the greater collective of this world. Release the hands, open the eyes. Wonderful work today, yogis. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat. Remember, if you are not part of our online tribe, please come join us. Click the link in the description below. It will get you started on your journey with the Journey Junkie tribe. We'll meet you back here for next week's yoga class. Namaste.